To my friend, who has considered using CC's new math map, but has said to me,
"The CC math map is just too... I ain't doing it."
I hear you. It's true that the new math map is a lot different than anything I've ever seen before. But because you're my friend, here's what I need to tell you. First, this curriculum was designed to make your job as a math teacher easier and more effective. It was created to train all of us to learn the foundational grammar of mathematics that most of us were never taught. Most math curriculums on the market use progressive models of education that have been proven time and again to produce only a few students who actually can tell you what an integral is or even what the name of the top and bottom number on a fraction are. The math map has so much built-in repetition each year, not to mention the entire scope of sequence for the course of years, that if your family completes even 1 year of it, I bet you'll not forget those parts of a fraction or what an integral looks like. Secondly, this is so much like what we already love and do in CC. Remember when you sat in that first foundations class with your first kid that first year, and someone asked you the question, "Repeat the Latin first declension noun endings," and your eyeballs popped out of your head and you were like, "What in the world am I doing here?" But a few weeks later, you had mastered those and were singing a little ditty in your sleep, and I bet it's even in your head now. Your tutor simply asked a question to your class of 5-year-olds and adults, and then what did she do? She then answered it for you. And then she repeated that a few times. By the next day, you and your kids were doing a dance to the first declension noun endings in the living room. Or what about that first tour through essentials, when that sweet tutor picked up the giant fire hose of chart A and B and blasted you with 112 sample sentences with just the simple purpose? And you said, "I thought I already knew English." Yep, you now know that chart A upside down and backwards, don't you? Here you are again. Another language, the one on that fractions or complex page, staring you in the face and asking you to fill in the blanks. A point is that which has no blank, blank, and blank. And you say, "I don't know, where do I find it?" The answer's there. Dig a little. And it's not only in the solutions, but it's okay if you go to the solutions to find it. You'll be able to fill it in better tomorrow. Thirdly, yes, it is hard to learn new words, forms, processes, and notations. It's really hard to be comfortable and then changing with something that you've already grown competent with. Those folks looking at Henry Ford making those ridiculous machines said, "No thanks, I'll keep my horses and buggies. They're just fine." Where's your horse now? Learning these things requires us to stretch and wrestle and grow alongside our children, and our children will be blessed when we model that humility before them. They will see that this whole learning gig isn't just difficult for them, but it is for you too. And when you choose to not complain or grow discouraged or give up, maybe they'll start imitating that. And maybe when you've given it a go for a few weeks, you might find that that isn't quite as high as a mountain as you thought it was going to be. Or even if it is, maybe the path up is better marked than you realized, and the views have turned out to be breathtaking and worth the journey. So while it's true, the math map will take you out of your comfort zone, before you trash something that could become a treasure to you because it's just too... ask yourself this question. How could trying to give it my best model grace, humility, integrity, diligence, and excellence that I say I value? Am I willing to challenge myself to